Here's one of the latest interviews from Rock and Metal Revival. If you want to hear the whole show, go to rmrshow.com.
Right there is one of my favorite bands, and you guys all know it if you've listened to Rock and Metal Revival. There's Wayland and Bloody Sunrise on Rock and Metal Revival. Dude, a couple of weeks ago I saw them out at Sonic Boom. Here out at the airport, and they're playing that big stage.
Yeah.
That's where this band belongs.
Yeah.
I am serious.
Sure.
They kicked ass and took names, and we are welcoming back our friend of the show, Phil Vilenski from Wayland. Welcome back, Phil.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
It's great to have you back on the show, and I guess we're going to throw the big softball lob question out there. Phil, when's the CD going to be ready? I told you these were hard questions.
Yeah.
I know where you're at, so I mean.
Yeah, we're in Memphis right now. The thing that I love that question because I get to give a different answer to it every week.
Okay.
The thing that a lot of people need to take into consideration when you think about our band is everything that we've done since we've been kind of in the public's eye over the last 4 years since Welcome to My Head, our first single, first came out, is we've done without a record label, independently. We've had little companies help us out by helping just basically put their name on it. Like Ironworks and Mighty Loud help put the singles out, but we've done it all on our own. We haven't been signed to a deal. And so with that comes a lot of decisions that are put on the band, a lot of things we have to budget our money out so that we can do things in a certain timely fashion. And our fans all over the country have been a huge part. I mean, they've absolutely been our record label. They've absolutely funded everything up to this point. They've funded trips all over the country. They've funded us playing at these national radio showcases. They've funded, all the recordings that we've done indirectly, by coming to shows and buying T-shirts and all that stuff. So, with this new record, we've spent at this point 30, 40 grand in recordings.
Wow.
Absolutely. And we obviously, we don't have 30 or 40 grand. So we've had to do it $1,500 at a time, and that's why it's kind of taken a little bit longer than probably when Shinedown goes into the studio, because it's a different setup, it's a different type of structure to their whole life.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Go ahead.
So here we are. We thought we had the record done, and now that some people have stepped up to the plate to help get involved with releasing it, some new partner options, that became really real to me. When you start to say, okay, you're going to put this record out on with a partner, with a company, what you got? And we start to look at it, and we start to look at a first single, a second single, a third single, and Mitch and I just really felt like we wanted one last stab, and we've waited so long to put what seemed like so long to put this record out that we feel like it's important that everything we do put out from our band is from our hearts. With that, we just felt like we wanted one last stab at a couple songs that really were relevant to us at the time, which is funny. I was listening to the title of your show as you guys are doing the intro. We just wrote a song called Revival.
Nice.
I'm really excited about, and honestly, it could end up being the title of the record.
There you go.
If the song turns out the way I think it's going to. The words are really powerful to us personally, and I think it's a really good reflection of, with everything. I mean, it could be a revival of humanity.
Yeah, true.
Exactly, and we need that right now.
Yeah,
for sure.
So is Nigel Dupree now an official member of the band, or is it still trial?
We haven't even brought that up. I mean, he's with us, and he's not with me right now. He's in Atlanta. He's one of our best friends. And he's a really close friend of mine. And Mitch's as well, and Tyler and Dean. I mean, the five of us together, it's funny because we've always said that we wanted somebody to do kind of like auxiliary stuff, like whatever needed to be done. Mm-hmm. And but it's really hard to fit in with a group of guys that have been together through thick and thin for 10 years.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know, who have known each other since we were 18 years old, who, you know, starved in L.A. together, who, toured Australia together in a station wagon.
Oh,
you know, I mean, there's
Nice.
there's just a lot we've been through that no one could ever,
duplicate,
really understand. And Nigel has been on his own musical journey since he was a kid, through a whole different side of things. And somehow we've just met in the middle, and it works so good that we've never really been able to even question it. I mean, since it all kind of came together, it's just been perfect. So we don't really put the pressure on ourselves of, oh, is this official or is that official? Because, Nigel also, he's got his own identity, and if he ever felt the urge to go make his own record, I would never want to hold him back from that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But if Dean decides to make his own record, hell no. I would stop him. He is contractually obligated to be Wayland's bass player.
Yeah, do not let...
For life.
Yeah, exactly. Do not let Dean get away. I mean, they're a one in a million.
But I wouldn't do that to Nigel.
No. Don't. Yeah, especially if you wanted to go play with Nigel. Don't ruin Nigel's career.
Yeah, seriously. I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Phil, I try to see you every time you guys are in this area, and every time I hear you guys throw a new song out there, I keep thinking, okay, there's the next single. Okay, there's the next single. Do you guys get a lot of pressure from radio to get another song out there?
Yeah, we do. But we've and nobody on earth, I don't care who you are not more anxious to hear more Wayland music out in the world than we are.
Yeah.
Believe me. I mean, we have to calm each other down constantly. We have to just remember that doing things in a thorough and complete way is just better than being frantic.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We get excited. I mean, we're a relatively young band, even in this genre. And we're learning all the time. And people like Jesse Dupree and Jude Cole have been, and Randy Hawk have been amazing mentors to me, especially as far as the music industry goes, as far as planning and strategy, and just kind of helping me shake some of those immature moves that someone might want to make because they're excited.
Yeah. I can hear that.
It's hard, man. I mean, like I was saying before, this is all we have, and we're super excited about it. And sometimes, you can build it up and you can talk about big strategy and you can get wrapped up into that and releases. But at the same time, literally, the other side of the coin is who cares? It's just rock and roll. Let's get it out to the people that want to hear it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's an industry built up around this beautiful thing that is rock and roll music. That, there's a lot of walls built up around it. It can only be navigated certain ways through certain companies that and it's just a big maze just to get your music to people that want to hear it. And, when you sign up to play music, you kind of decide as you go along how much of that game you're involved in.
Phil, I was saying earlier when I was doing the intro about seeing you guys on that big stage in front of all those people at Sonic Boom and how much I dig that. But on the other hand, you guys come and you play my birthday party and there's 100 people, and I really dig that too. I mean, so for you as a musician, as an artist, I mean, I know you want to play the big stage, but do you get a different feedback from both those different types of shows?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, it's a totally different energy, and both of those energies are very, very fulfilling to a musician. It's on one side of the coin, you're on a big stage. You can do no wrong. You could fall down, split your pants open, play, all your strings could fall off the guitar, and you still feel like a rock god in front of 20,000 people.
Yeah.
In that little bar, but usually around your birthday, it's 30 degrees below zero. and you're usually singing the songs louder than Mitch can. That's a totally different thing. I mean, you got all those people right there, right next to you. There's it's just an energy you can't really compare to anything else. And all those little clubs like in your area, like the Back Bar or
the district.
all over Wisconsin and Illinois, Rockford, the district.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, you're right there face to face with each other, celebrating that energy. You just can't beat it.
So now, what's the plan for 2017? Phil, is just get an album out and more touring.
We're not going to tour as much. I know that. Honestly, we've been doing 300 dates a year, 250, 300 dates a year for the last 5 years, and we would like to see it go down to 125 dates that mean more.
Mm-hmm. I can understand
that's really the goal. And we've already started that. Like, we're not touring in December at all. Month of January, I think we're only going to be out for the second half, only because it's better. It's better on us physically.
Mm-hmm.
Our band is so fresh after a day off, after a break, and we're making better music instead of these 20, 30 days in a row without a day off. I'm so thankful for the way we did that over the last 4 or 5 years. It's helped develop us as a band. It's helped develop us as a family and a team. All those moments that we were there for each other when we weren't 100% physically, vocally. We were there to lift each other up. When you're playing some dump bar somewhere to 10 people in 2013, and you still have to play as hard as you can because one of those people is, it's just the way things are with social media now and everything else. One of those people in that bar in North Dakota has their damn camera out, and they're going to film it, and it's going to be on YouTube. And our biggest fear ever was for someone to walk away and say, "Yeah, well, it was just okay." So no matter so even if we're just playing for the bartender, we give it all we had, and that paid off because honestly, those were the shows that set a foundation for who we have become. Like, that literally set the bar for ourselves, and we could never ever lower that. And now those same rooms are packed out, or we're playing bigger rooms in those same towns, and those same people that were part of the first 12 people that were there, and I can specifically speak for Janesville, Rockford area, Madison, Wisconsin, where you guys are up. I'm thinking of a certain 10, 15 people right now that were at those first shows. They're always still there, and they've seen the growth. It's just really cool.
That's awesome. Now, you were talking about a new song called Revival. Now, is it going to have any cowbell in it? Because, it's got to have cowbell in it. You're not done with it yet, are you? You haven't done.
We're not done, actually. I put some guitars on it yesterday. I think Mitch might be doing the vocal later today, but I got to be honest, I don't think there's going to be any cowbell.
Oh, man.
So I'll try to work it in.
I'll have to do it myself. I'll put it on
We'll bring a cowbell to one of their shows coming up.
So, you can be out in the crowd.
Just hammering the cowbell.
Yeah.
So you guys got about another month of dates, and then you're going to take some time off. And I know you're right now. You're waiting to get into the studio, and we appreciate your time, Phil. And we're looking really forward to seeing you up here after the first of the year. Well, and you're coming up in November. A couple of weeks, you'll be here.
We will be at the Back Bar November 10th.
Nice, cool.
And then you're going to be at the District on the 22nd.
Yes, the night before Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I think don't you have a homecoming show at the Intersection the next night?
Yeah, we'll play Grand Rapids on the 23rd, and hopefully, if my family still remembers me, find them on Thanksgiving, and then a couple Jackal shows, and then I don't know what's going to happen for December, but I know we're not touring. I have a feeling Mitch and I will probably end up in Memphis or Los Angeles for overdubs and get the mixes all finished and put a plan together for getting this record out. We'll have to be doing the artwork. We're just really, no matter who's working for us as far as management and label, we're always in the driver's seat of our own career, and that's something I have to have Jesse Dupree to thank for instilling those, kind of foundational things into my world.
All right.
Nice.
Well, Phil, we're going to let you get into the studio because we know you're busy and studio time costs money. It ain't free. So we appreciate you taking time, and we're going to play Welcome to My Head.
I'll send you guys a bill.
I know you will. I mean, there'll be a bottle of Jim or Jack next time I see you.
Yeah, we'll ignore it like we do all the other bills.
Yeah. So, Phil Vilenski, thanks again for coming on Rock and Metal Revival.
Take care, guys.
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Mega Rock Radio's on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noise Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on uncontrollednoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations.